Hello and welcome to another episode of Project Aurora Plays Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. You'll recall in the last episode that amidst several power outages and difficulties and whatnot due to storms, we finished the Geofront monster quest and our other sort of side quests. And then we had an urgent request to go to the downtown district where two rival gangs were getting ready to fight it out. We broke up the fight, but they tried to laugh us out of the city, or the district, I guess, but we dealt swift justice to them, whooped that ass, you feel me? But anyways, after doing that, we decided to investigate what was going on, because basically both sides want to kill each other, and apparently both sides were attacked around the same time at night, but neither side that got assaulted was witness to attack them. They were just blaming the other side, and so that's where we're at. We did also have a boss fight with Wald, the leader of the red side, or like the red gang. I forget their actual name right now. It's gonna come back to me. Saber Vipers, yeah. And then the blue gang was Testament, I remember now. Okay, but anyways, afterwards we after managing to beat Wald and me forgetting to scan him, so there goes that achievement for scanning all the enemies. Anyways, that's what we did, and now we're about to continue the investigation. Oh yeah, no, we bumped into Gracie. How did I forget? We bumped into, I think her name was Gracie Lynn. I'm gonna scroll up. Yep, not Gracie Lynn, but Grace Lynn. I had to, thanks game dialogue. This is a neat little feature, message log. Anyways, we did that and she invited us out, but we're gonna see if we want to do all that right away. Whew. Alright, we gotta go to East Street. Going to the east side and going to the restaurant. Wait, that restaurant over there is the one the reporter told us about. We'll need to get information one way or another, so let's hear her out this time. Oh, did I walk past her? Oh, it must be right here. Ah, right here, okay. There she is. What up? Also, before I even read more of this, I forgot to plug the Twitch. You guys can also follow me on twitch.tv/Project Aurora, as well as joining the community Discord. Y'all know the drill. Links will be in the description below. Alright. Heh, I knew you'd come crawling. Don't be shy now, have a seat. I'll treat you all to a nice dinner. Oh, that's awfully kind of you. We'll have to respectfully decline the dinner. How about we stick to exchanging information? Boo, you're no fun. Or you're trying to make a statement that you're impervious to bribes, unlike the upper echelons of the CPD. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll gladly scope out that free meal, ma'am. I would also accept, so long as you're not scheming to make us owe you. It's probably okay. I don't see the harm in sharing a casual meal together. You're the only one worried about some kind of moral conflict. How are you gonna become a pro-detective if you act like such a prude all the time? Alright, I get it already, but I'm forbidding you all from drinking. As long as you abide by this one rule, we'll accept your offer. Way to be uptight, Lloyd. This is delectable. The chef here is highly skilled. Munch munch. This food is most satisfying. Though it's kind of hard to savor something this tasty without a good drink. Come on, Lloyd, don't be such a hard ass. One sip ain't gonna kill me, you know? Absolutely not. We're still technically on duty, right? We have to keep our wits about us at all times. Yeah, whatever. Our leader's as stubborn as a damn mule. On the contrary, Randy, are you not the one who is far too nonchalant? I'm going to have to agree with him. Drinking on the job is highly inappropriate. You guys are so much fun. Your personalities are wildly different, yet you fit together perfectly, almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Heck, you're basically a well-oiled machine now. Flattery will get you nowhere. Back to the topic at hand. We've told you everything we know about the incident that occurred in the downtown district. I seem to recall you mentioned that you had the missing piece of the puzzle earlier. Isn't it about time you filled us in on it? And what if I told you that I don't wanna? Good luck ever getting us to trust you again, Grace. Not only that, but it'd be the last time we talk ever. Oh, calm down. I was just messing with you. So I gotta say, you can be pretty charming when you're serious. It's a nice contrast to your boyish looks. I hate to admit it, but you've caught my attention. Okay guys, how about we get back to work? Yes, that sounds fine by me. I appreciate the meal. Whoa, whoa, hold your horses, people. You want your missing piece of the puzzle, right? Where do I begin? Okay, have you guys ever heard of a group named Ravash? Oh, I've heard the name. Guys, what's with the blank look on your faces? Ravash & Co. I believe there is a business in Crossbell registered under that name. That's all they appear to be on a quick surface level examination. The truth of the matter is that they're actually Crossbell's mafia. They've been controlling our dark underworld for a long time. By mafia, do you mean that they are a criminal organization? Makes sense. I've definitely heard rumors about there being a mafia in Crossbell. I'm guessing you already know a thing or two about that, Lloyd. I do. It's pretty hard to be in the dark about them if you're Crossbellan. Their organization has a vast network of connections with important people. I've heard that they've got strong ties deep within the government, so the police can't take any actions against them. Interesting. The underbelly of society is pretty much identical no matter where you go, eh? So why mention of Ravash? Are they involved with the incident? Oh, you betcha. Ravash's members have been engaged in some rather shady business lately. They've been working their behinds off, almost as if they're anxious to complete some kind of plan. So being the investigative guru I am, I decided to spend some time sinking my teeth into this potential scoop. What do you mean by the mafia working harder than usual? This certainly sounds ominous. I have a terrible feeling about this. Is that why you decided to visit the downtown district then? What? Bingo, my friend. About 2 weeks ago, one of my sources provided me with some intel on members of the mafia snooping around downtown. They were dressed like civilians, probably to try to conceal their identities. Doesn't that smell awfully fishy to you? It reeks. Agreed, something feels out of place. It's unlikely that each gang would simultaneously and independently choose to attack one another. Ravash orchestrating things from the shadows would explain how that happened. I'm confused about something though. For what reason does a criminal organization require delinquent groups to antagonize each other? Right, that's the million-mirror question. It makes sense if they already harbored a grudge against one another. Uh-huh, and as far as I know, they don't have a rocky relationship, and I've never heard of any serious conflicts between them. Quite frankly, all three groups are savages. Those mafia dudes are way more threatening than the others, though. The weird part is, Ravash doesn't have any conflicts of interest with the other two groups. I don't see the need for them to be fighting. What if one of them formed an alliance with the mafia to off their rival group once and for all? Going by this assumption, then it's not exactly surprising that the culprits will play the role of the victim. But do they really need to take it that far? I didn't get the impression that Wazzy and Wald were on bad terms with each other. If anything, I felt like they held each other in high regard. Hey, that's what I was gonna say. From what I've gathered, Wazzy and Wald are rivals, but they hold a mutual respect for one another. So at first, Wald and the Saber Vipers were the only gang in the downtown district. But then all that changed 2 years ago. Wazzy showed up out of nowhere and established the Testament. And we all know how Wald is, so he obviously went to go put Wazzy in his place. But, Wazzy took him down? Yepers, he sure did. Despite his charming looks and small frame, Wazzy's a skilled martial artist. I heard he managed to take Wald by surprise with his lightning-quick moves and pinned him to the ground. Wow. I was not expecting that. That cute little dude's freakishly strong? Color me surprised. No kidding, but I don't think Wald's a pushover either. He was a little too careless that one time. They fought a number of times since, but they're at a stalemate, supposedly. I think that's precisely why they respect each other, though. That makes perfect sense. I see why they consider each other rivals. Suppose that rules out any likelihood that either of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to crush each other. Agreed. They were worshipped by their respective gangs, so I doubt their subordinates were acting independently. This can really only mean one thing. I may have divulged a little more information than I should have. Huh? Anyway, I've got other interviews to conduct, so I'm going to take off. Kick some butt with that investigation so I can write me a good story later. Toodles! My deduction before I see anything else happen is that the Mafia is either afraid of them forming an alliance and getting taken out. I mean, why else would they need them to be enemies and take out each other? Unless they just want some territory out there, but I don't see what they would want in the rundown downtown district. Anyways, She sure has an interesting way of handling things, but regardless, we were able to obtain some highly valuable information. Yeah, knowing that the Mafia is likely involved with this mess is a huge leap forward in our investigation. Now the real question is, why did the Mafia get themselves involved with their affairs? This is going to be a tough one to figure out with the limited evidence we have right now. The police database does not appear to have any relevant information either. I believe it's locked behind multiple levels of authorization. So it's classified info, eh? It makes sense considering whose pockets the Mafia has their hands in. Alright, let's head back to the SSS and see what Chief Sergey has to say about everything. As much as I'd love for us to solve the case, the situation is starting to become larger than what we can handle. You're right. Yeah, let's head back and see what the old man has to say for himself. This is the Fisherman Guild. I want Racer Guild? Oh, there it is. Gauntlet. Seriously though, the special support section? Is that actually true your division was created due to some internal drama at the CPD? You've certainly got your sources locked down tight. Well duh, don't you go looking down on the power of our connections. We got our hands on all sorts of delicious information from all over the continent. For example, we could investigate the whole lot of fine gentlemen they have in Erebonia, if you catch my drift. I get that they're informed and all that, but was that really the best example to try and flex on us with? On that note, why the flamboyancy? Anyway, since I'm sure we'll be bumping into each other plenty in the future, I've got a fun little idea for us. Any interest in taking a small test I put together? A test? What kind of test, if you don't mind us asking? Oh, nothing too complicated. I'll pick out 10 questions at random from our test bank we use in the written portion of the Bracer exam. That way I'll be able to know if you're at least as knowledgeable as a junior Bracer if you manage to get all of them right. However, if you were to fail, there will be no place for us to operate in Crossbow, where some of the greatest Bracers have gathered. Am I correct? Man, talk about putting on the pressure. Oh well, that's just dandy, ain't it? You're gonna think we're a bunch of dumbasses if we screw this up. Oh, not at all. Not really interested in degrading you. It's not my style. Here's a tip for you. You can study the contents of the exam over at the public library in the administrative district. Simply put, I'm testing to see if you'll actually be worth your salt when it comes to helping out the average crossbellin. Anyway, you guys up for the challenge? Sure, we'll give it a shot. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yo, Lloyd, you sure about this? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. We had to take similar exams back at the academy. And besides, it's almost like I'm running away if I back out of it now. It wouldn't feel right. I understand what you mean, and I agree. Likewise. I get where you're coming from. Screw it, let's do this. I like that feisty attitude. By the way, Lloyd, I get the impression that you're the leader of the group in a way. Want to take a crack at answering the questions on behalf of everyone else? Yeah, fine by me. Oh, I love that look in your eyes. It's making the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Okay, let's get this party started. And now the first question. This will only be a cute freebie to get you warmed up. As we all know, the Orb Revolution brought forth the technological advancements of ordnance to our continent. The question is, how many years ago did it occur? Approximately 50? I'm pretty sure it happened about 50 years ago, right? Bingo! Right you are, my friend. Don't let it get to your head, though. Remember, it was just a freebie. It's crazy to think about how much orbital technology has advanced in the last few decades. Back when I was a little kid, I never would imagine riding in something as fancy as an orbital car. Seemed like something straight out of some fairy tale. Phew, that's one hurdle down. Anyway, on to the next question. Numero dos. A do. Actually, let's use. Use? I thought that was spelled D-E-U. Anyways, whatever. The driving force behind the Orb Revolution was all thanks to one man's prototype orbment. This one's another gimme, but who is the creator of said orbment? Professor C. Epstein. I know this one's Professor C. Epstein. Huzzah, you got the right answer. Did you guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first? They probably thought it was some kind of sorcery at the time. Once people began to realize just how gosh darn convenient they are, they quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. The Epstein Foundation has made great efforts towards the research and adoption of orbital technology. That much is common knowledge. Orbital staff I use for combat also falls under the Foundation's research efforts. Oh yeah, Tio totally mentioned that she's employed by the Epstein Foundation. That was a close call. She probably would have given me an earful if I screwed that one up. Enough chit-chat. Next question. We all know that quartz are the key component to any orbital device, right? And to synthesize quartz, you need sepith. When I talk about sepith, what specific form of septium am I referring to? Septium fragment. I believe they're septium fragments. Oh heck yeah, you got that right, buddy boy. Septium fragments are refined into quartz, which we then use in our orbital devices. Monsters are inherently attracted to septium, so they often end up munching on sepith. Defeating critters is an easy way to obtain sepith, so keep that in your back pocket. So far so good, these questions are all common sense. It's time to prepare for question 4. Our fave pal, the Erebonian Empire, lies to the west. Its important and overwhelming existence can be felt by all of us crossbellans. I imagine you've probably seen their emblem before. Can you recall what the symbol of Erebonia is? The golden stallion. I believe it's the golden stallion, right? Nay, is what I'd say if you were wrong, but you're right. It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military prowess. The golden stallion is a symbol of that. There was once an order of knights in the empire known as the Eisenritter. They were known for employing cavalry, so that may be why the empire adopted the golden stallion as its emblem. Nice, managed to maneuver my way through that. We're almost halfway there, 6 more questions to go. A nation known as the Calvar Republic sits directly to the east of Crossbell, diametrically opposing the Erebonian Empire. It's no exaggeration to state that Crossbell's entire existence is reliant on the long-term struggle for power between Erebonia and Calvar. That being said, do you know the name of the primary manufacturer of orbital and heavy weaponry for the Republic? I want to say it's Vern. Oh, this one's easy. It's the Vern Company. Looks to me like you've had your Vern and your vernacular. Oh goodness. The Calvardian Vern Company and the Erebonian Reinfurt Company are famed as the 2 largest manufacturers of orbital weaponry. However, it is a disservice to only attribute their contributions to weaponry. They're also responsible for the development of vehicles, appliances, and plenty of other nifty items. Yeah, another one down. You started rambling for a bit, but I'm glad I got it right. And so we've made it a little past the halfway point now. You are giving a valiant effort. Nice job, leader. If you keep this up, I'm sure you'll have no problems plowing through the rest of it. I'm thoroughly impressed, Lloyd. I wasn't expecting this from you. Come on, guys. Aren't you laying on the compliments a bit too thick? The questions were all fairly basic, weren't they? Well, regardless of how well you're doing, you still got 5 questions left, buckaroo. I think you've had enough time to warm up, so it's time I up the ante. I hope you're ready. It's time for the 6th question. A catastrophic event known as the Great Collapse befell our continent a long time ago. This disaster resulted in the complete loss of civilization and fractured people into different factions that waged war on one another for many centuries to follow. This period, now known as the Dark Ages, was eventually ended by one such faction that rose triumphant. They organized themselves to bring about order and justice to Zemuria, allowing for the rebuilding of society to begin. You probably know who I'm talking about, right? Septian Church. It was the Septian Church, wasn't it? Oh, thank Adios, you're correct. Around the year 500 of the Septian calendar, the Septian Church emerged to spread the teachings of the goddess of the sky, Adios. Their intent was to provide aid to those in need. The church's influence grew powerful enough to establish themselves across Zemuria. The nobles who ruled during the Dark Ages could no longer ignore them. The effects of Adios and her teachings can still be felt firmly across the continent to this day, as they are deeply rooted in our society. Well, that went well. Anyway, on to lucky number 7. The headquarters of the Septian Church is located in a city-state known as the Holy City of Arteria. The Holy City of Arteria is made up of various administrative organizations that handle specific tasks, giving it a state-like structure. Among these organizations is one that handles the church's ceremonial rituals. Do you happen to know which organization I am referring to? Congregation of Divine for Divine Worship. Bingo, good job. That was one tough cookie. Why is my controller not working all of a sudden? Hello? Most priests found within the chapels and cathedrals across the continent are employed by this organization. There's actually a cathedral located outside of the northern exit of the city that I offer the occasional prayer at. The archbishop in charge there is also from the Congregation for Divine Worship. Phew, that was really tough. Can you feel the burn? We're almost there. On to the 8th question. As we all know, the Bracer Guild has branches all across the continent. What I really want to know is, just where in the heck are the main headquarters located? Lemon State. It's in Lemon State, obviously. You're a layman, because right you are. Our headquarters can be found in Lemon State alongside our biggest investors, the Epstein Foundation. In the event of a serious conflict, HQ can issue a direct order for all bracers to mobilize. Huh, I see. Time for the 9th question. You ever heard of that infamous thief that lives in Erebonia? He's a bit of a strange one. He steals precious works of art and then he sends out calling cards with riddles on how to retrieve them. Also, his identity is hidden behind a mask. Apparently, people laud him as some kind of hero. Sounds more like a sadist to me, though. Anyway, I got a little off track there. Do you know what the name of this fellow likes to go by? Phantom Thief B. I've actually heard of him before. Wasn't his name Phantom Thief B? Unbelievable! You got it right. Looks like you've done your foreign affairs homework. His infamy transcends the confines of Erebonia, as people across the continent have heard of his misdeeds. Nothing is safe from his grasp either. He's stolen anything ranging from rare paintings and museums to a whole friggin' tank. Rumor has it that he was recently running amok in Libero. Who knows? Maybe you'll run into him sooner than you think. Yeah, I've definitely heard rumors. I'd like to avoid him if possible, though. It's time for the 10th and final question. Erebonia and Calvert have been at each other's throats over the rightful ownership of Crossbell State for a while. They've waged war against each other time and time again, causing grief and bloodshed for many innocent civilians. The situation became so severe that it was brought to the attention of Libero's Queen Alicia. He proposed a treaty to end the conflict between the two nations. The treaty was signed in 1202 by 3 nations, Libero, Erebonia, and Calvard. If you're truly cross-belling, then the answer to this question should be a no-brainer, right? The Non-Aggression Pact. Referring to the Non-Aggression Pact. And non-aggressive it was. That one should have been a gimme. The treaty was drafted with the intention of diffusing conflicts between any of the 3 nations via diplomacy as opposed to war. Prior to the signing of the treaty, anxiety was at an all-time high in Crossbell State. I'll spare you most of the details, but both nations' armored divisions thought it appropriate to hold simultaneous military exercises at our borders. One single misstep could have had catastrophic consequences. I'm sure it would have triggered a full-scale war between the two of them. And so Queen Alicia proposed this treaty as a means of preventing that from happening. Teehee, we should be extremely grateful to Libero for saving our hides. No way I was going to get that one wrong. Aw, it's finally over. I was having so much fun. Good job getting through that. I think Adios is finally over. Why don't we take a look at your score then? Wow, it's a perfect score. Your knowledge is in line with our junior bracers at least. Looks like you've got some potential in you after all. Oh well, that's relieving to know. Thank you very much. Wow, didn't think he'd compliment me straight up. Dude, I was clenching my cheeks the whole way through. I'm glad I can finally take a breather. I'm surprised Lloyd managed to answer questions outside of his area of expertise too. I think I will ask him to assist me with filing in missing information for the database. Aw, you guys are embarrassing me. Anyway, I've got a cute little treat for the doggy who managed to bark out all the correct answers. Received action. Oh wow, are you sure we can have this? Yep. I didn't think you stood a snowball's chance in Gehenna of doing so well, so think of this as an apology for my ignorance. It's all yours now, sweetie. Take it. Well, if you say so, thanks a lot. This concludes our little game. Y'all better bust your backs making sure you don't drag us down, alright? Yes sir, we'll do everything we can. You can tell this is fan translated. Ornament works. Hmm. Interesting. Alright, cool. We'll go ahead and save because that took a lot of dialogue. A lot of time. Alrighty. Alrighty. Can we rest at our own place? Let's go heal. I want to heal somewhere else for free. I only got 320 miras. I cannot be fucking bothered. Wrong way. Excuse me. Alright, let's go see what's going on with the chief. Wait, he would be at the SSS. Oh man, I've got a cough again. Not good. Alright, this must be the chief's room. Up there he goes. Alright, damn. Oh, you're back already. Managed to stop those delinquents? Well, about that, Chief. We think the situation might be a bit more complicated than you expected. Huh? I explained everything that happened and laid out all the facts for Chief Sergey. Interesting. Chief? Alright, you can handle this as you see fit. Excuse me? What do you mean by that exactly? Whether you're willing to continue the investigation is entirely up to you. You won't be getting any information regarding Ravash out of me. You'll have to dig for it on your own. But that doesn't make any sense. If I told you to stop the investigation, would you follow orders? What? If the Mafia really is involved in this, things are only going to get nastier. As your supervisor, the most logical step is to order you to close the case. Immediately. Now, is that what you want me to do? No? If we gave up now, I'm pretty sure we regret it down the road. Especially after coming this far. I agree. Alright then, I thought I'd be able to rest easy knowing you kids are getting beaten up by the Mafia. So I'll do you a favor and introduce you to a trusty consultant of mine. Consultant? Excuse me guys, sorry. Sergey handed over a business card to Lloyd. Grimwood Law Office? Something about that rings a bell. It's a law office located over on West Street. It's run by a bearded lawyer named Ian. Oh, near the bakery, right? I definitely ran across him a couple times when I used to live in the area. I've heard of him too. Mr. Goonwood provides consulting services to corporations and other businesses, right? He also frequently offers legal consultations to ordinary citizens, I believe. Spot on. Cause of that boxed beard and build, he looks like a genuine bear. People often refer to him as Grizzly Grim. He probably has loads of info on the Mafia. Who knows? He might even have new intel that even the CPD doesn't know. Really? That is quite impressive. Just what kind of guy is this lawyer? You'll find out when you meet him. I spoke with him previously about SSS related matters. He'd at least let you finish explaining why you're there if you tell him who you are. This is the perfect opportunity for a little meet and greet. We'll get right on it. West Street is just around the corner. Everyone okay with paying this law office a visit? Of course. Shall we head out? Not before I report my damn quest. Bravery badge accessory. Bravery badge. Strength +5 and prevent seal. You seem like the damage dude, so I'll give that to you. Yeah. But got some money, which means I can probably get some better armor. Everyone. Alright, 15. Damn, ain't nothing else getting open. Alright. Shit. Quartz. I don't have any quartz to put in here anyway. Well, shit. West Street is back alley. Wait a second. Oh, I can't get there right now, can I? Yo, kids. You got some business here or something? Can't let your kids pass here. It's private property up ahead. These guys. They definitely ain't your friendly neighbors. Yeah, I think they're with the mafia. I'd like to investigate when we get a chance, but we're still just rookies. For now, we shouldn't press our luck. Not bad. I get a see there's a treasure chest showed up on my map in here, but I guess I don't know how to get to it, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe it's not accessible yet. Anyways, gotta find the right street. Alright. Oh, there's a item down there. How do I get down there? What? Must be some other way. Anyways, let's find this law office. Oh god. Oh, there it is, Grimwood Law. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah, I've seen the lawyer who runs it in the neighborhood before. I had no idea he was well known, though. Thanks for your time, Ian. I'm sure we'll speak again in the near future. Of course, I'll be here anytime you need me. Shouldn't your division try to do something to solve the situation, though? Think about the impact that this will have on the citizens. Kissing the asses of the populace isn't my job, nor do I intend on it ever being. You four are... Come again? That's right. You're those pups that Sergey decided to adopt. Huh? Hold on, that badge. You work for the CPD too? Who I am isn't important to you. I imagine you're here to speak with Ian about something. Word of advice, try not to waste his time. Unlike you useless rookies, he's a busy man. What? You want to fight, buddy? Just we can fight. What's his problem? You look like a detective from one of the investigative divisions. His ego is overbearing. Oh, whoops. Glasses definitely aren't a greenhorn. Glasses definitely ain't a greenhorn, that's for sure. You can tell by the weapon strapped to his left hip. Seriously? I didn't even notice. You were able to notice it? I detected it with my sensors. A specialized military-grade handgun, or so it seemed. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, you two are amazing. It was nothing. More importantly, shall we not head inside and greet the lawyer? Oh, right. I'd look kind of bad bothering him if he's as busy as that man said, but let's go in and introduce ourselves. Oh, man. Forget something, detective? Oh, pardon me, I mistook you off for someone else. Welcome to the Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Oh, No need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. Then again, you four look quite young. Do you have questions about loans? Or perhaps you're looking for potential business partners? Come now, ask me anything. No sir, it's nothing like that. This guy's got a lot of energy. So this is the famous Grizzly Grim. I see the rumors are true. Hold on. Now that I've taken a closer look, I can't help but feel as if I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of are you one of the kids that used to live in this neighborhood? You remember me? You're right, I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. You did live here. Yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Wait. Bannings? Then your guy Bannings' younger brother? Huh? Yeah, I am. You knew my brother then. More than just knew him, Never mind, I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in, you can fill me in on the details once we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I am Ian Grimwood, lawyer and owner of this law firm. I see. I was wondering when I would meet the special support section Sergey was telling me about. I actually read about you in the most recent issue of the Crossbell Times. You certainly showed diligence and spunk right out of the gate, didn't you? Sounds like our first job might have been a little exaggerated. So Guy's younger brother is a police officer now too. Oh, how the time flies. I can only assume this is ADS as well. Mr. Grimwood, what sort of relationship did you have with my brother? Well, the same one you and I will have. Guy used to drop by occasionally to exchange information with me. As I'm sure you know, he was an incredibly talented detective. I wager he helped me far more than I was able to help him. Hold on, there's something we're missing here. Lloyd, your older brother is a detective? The hell, man, why didn't you tell us about him? Sorry guys, I guess it never really crossed my mind. Besides, Guy's not with us anymore. He was killed in the line of duty. About 3 years ago now. Oh. That explains why you moved away from the city for a while. My deepest and most sincere condolences. Believe it or not, I've conducted my own investigations into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist eluded me. I see. Well, let's just forget about his case for now. It's not why we're here. Mr. Grimwood, I've already laid out our case to you. If you have any information pertaining to Ravash and its activities, please tell us. Ravash? That unsavory group is nothing but bad news. Illegal dealings with both the Empire and the Republic. Selling of stolen goods, mirror laundering, weapon trafficking, operating as the middleman for hiring Jaegers, and that doesn't come close to scratching the surface of their crimes. However, no matter what sort of illegalities they've committed, the fact remains that they were able to take advantage of Crossbell's very unique situation. Crossbell's unique situation? What he means is, while trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years, Crossbell's political foundation has begun to quickly deteriorate, right? Well put, Crossbell and politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. Most politicians chose to align themselves with either Ereboni or Calvard and are nothing more than greedy, power-hungry leeches. There's even a bill circulating within the Diet that cracks down on the Mafia, but it won't be approved. Too many Diet members are connected to Ravash. Are you serious? Unfortunately, he is. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I want to admit. That is probably the reason why the police can't touch them. Reality truly can be cold and cruel. Does that mean Ravash can commit any crime they want with no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If they don't control themselves, they would end up angering a majority of Crossbellans in our surrounding nations. Therefore, Ravash has been treading a very thin line in order to provide in order to avoid directly interfering with the citizens' daily lives. And as long as they don't cross that line, the police can't lay a finger on them. You may wonder why they constantly look down on people. Well, that's your answer. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Behind the city's glamorous facade are shadows hell-bent on stirring up trouble. Yes, I am curious as to how classified police documents detail these activities. Anyway, that's essentially all I know about Ravash. However, I need to mention that the situation with the Mafia has taken a turn. Really? Could you explain? Well, according to the intel the CPD just received, a new faction strong enough to rival Ravash has finally surfaced. And I don't doubt that strength. A new faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? For all intents and purposes, the Bracergill is a positive establishment. This particular one I'm talking about, however, is less so. You see, there's a powerful organization that operates out of Calvert's eastern quarter, and it's already managed to worm its way into Crossbell. What? You're certain of this? Yes, previous rumors on this organization turned out to be true, so I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called Heyu? I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered under the name of AU Trading Ltd. Opened for business in the Harbor District. AU. Quite the Eastern name. This could potentially escalate to a brawl between two crime syndicates. That petty fight we saw between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. The calm before the storm, if you will. So far, neither group has had the audacity to make their struggle public. However, I would be surprised if they weren't already battling each other behind closed doors using a variety of methods. The First Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the whole thing. The First Division? Ooh, excuse me. So the man with glasses who left right when we arrived was... Yes, that was Detective Dudley from the First Division. Coincidentally, he was asking me questions on the same topic. Coincidence indeed. Lloyd? Is there something bothering you? You went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess, you noticed something? Yeah, I still need time to sort it all out in my head though. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we needed to put this case to bed. That's so. I'm glad I was of assistance. Sergey has always been a tremendous help to me, so from both a personal and moral standpoint, I support your work 100%. If you ever run into any problems, you can always stop by my office and chat with me. What's the next course of action? Should we go back and sort out all the information we've gathered? Good idea. Before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we still have to take care of. Besides, if what I'm thinking is the truth behind all these incidents, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride, alright. I appreciate the modesty, but your face is giving away your confidence. Anyhow, let's head back to the SSS building once we've crossed off everything on our bucket list. Sound good? Yes, it does. Let us make haste. Go ahead and save my game right there. And right there.